everyone, it's Erica. Welcome back to Maniacal Reader. Today I'm going to be talking about the Netflix adaptation of 13 Reasons Why. I've been thinking about this series for a couple of days. I watched the Netflix series all in one day just this past Saturday, and I absolutely loved it. I do have to say I enjoyed it a lot more than the novel because with the adaptation we got to see a lot more of the side characters and we really got to know the side characters. I also find that the adaptation is larger in scope because Hannah's parents do have a lawsuit against the school since they don't really know why Hannah committed suicide. I'm glad that we finally got to see Hannah's parents because they never appeared in the novel, so I liked getting to know them as people and them trying to figure out why their daughter committed suicide and them really looking for answers about what happened to her. In regards to some of the side characters in this adaptation, I know that all of them made mistakes with Hannah, which led her to commit suicide. Some of these mistakes were made with malicious intent, but other wrong decisions were made with the characters not really realizing the consequences of their actions or the effect that some of her choices would have on Hannah. Now, I didn't really agree with most of the decisions that the characters made regarding Hannah, but I did sympathize with most of them at some point during this adaptation because I felt like I really got to know their story and their perspectives in life, and in the novel we didn't really get to see that. If you haven't watched the series on Netflix, I suggest you leave now, watch the series, and then come back and watch this video since I am going to talk about spoilers now in the series. Now, I won't go into too much detail since I think it's best to watch the series and discover how everything unravels on your own as you watch the series, but I did want to mention a few characters and what I think of them. Clay is your quintessential nice guy from high school that's socially awkward, and he is like the Clay from the book at the start of the episodes, but as you continue to watch, you realize that Clay deeply wants to find justice for Hannah, and I feel that he goes about it the wrong way without really realizing what he's doing or the consequences of his actions. So in this way, Clay was different in the adaptation than the book. But with that said, I really think it was reasonable how Clay was acting in this series. He had a crush on Hannah and he loved her, but he never had the courage to tell her how he truly felt because he was scared. So I understand Clay's motivations for the things that he does in the series, and I really sympathized with his character all throughout the series. Another thing that's different about Clay in this adaptation is that he doesn't listen to the tapes all in one night. Instead, he listens to the tapes over a period of time. I think that how the series lays that out is realistic because I think that it wouldn't have been effective if Clay had listened to all the tapes in one night. I think that would have been a very boring adaptation. I also really liked the character of Hannah in this adaptation. I didn't really feel that she was different from Hannah as she's portrayed in the novel, other than the way she kills herself. In the book, it says that he decided to take a lot of pills, and in the adaptation, she actually slit her wrists in the bathtub. I think that the actress who played her, Catherine Langford, was a brilliant Hannah. Catherine Langford is an unknown actress, and she hasn't really done anything besides 13 Reasons Why, so 13 Reasons Why is her first acting job. You could tell that she really understood the character of Hannah and could really understand the experiences that she went through. She portrayed the emotional scenes that she was involved in beautifully, and I think she did a really good job as Hannah in this adaptation. I applaud her efforts. I also loved the character of Justin. Yes, Justin made some terrible decisions in regards to Hannah, and he also made poor decisions regarding his girlfriend, Jessica. Justin allowed Jessica to be raped by his friend Bryce, because of a bro code thing with that specific party scene in the series. You can tell that when Bryce pushes Justin into the ground and closes the door, you can tell that he feels guilty. That he let Bryce go in there and do that to Jessica, but that he doesn't know what to do. I think one of the other reasons why Justin doesn't know what to do when it comes to Bryce is because Bryce is the only one that Justin can really rely on. Justin comes from a horrible home life and a terrible background. His mom is an alcoholic and doesn't really provide for him or care for him at all. His mother also has an awful boyfriend that really hates Justin, and this is evident in one of the scenes in the series for sure. So in that way, I think Justin feels indebted to Bryce, and I think that's why he's confused about what to do when it comes to Bryce and Jessica. He has this really strong guilt later on in the series about what happened between Bryce and Jessica. He eventually reveals that Bryce is the one who raped Jessica. Later on in the episodes, Justin doesn't really know what to do about his relationship with Jessica. He just doesn't really know what to do or how to move forward from this. I don't agree with Justin's actions. I did sympathize with him a lot throughout the series, and I really enjoyed his character journey throughout the series. Out of everyone, I would say that Justin is my favorite character out of all the side characters. I also really loved Alex in this adaptation. I think he's the friend who really cared the most about Hannah, and he really took the information on the tapes to heart. This is really evident when he's discussing the situation with the side characters and what to do about Clay. Since he wants justice for Hannah, the other characters don't really want the secrets on the tapes to get out. In that conversation with the side characters, you can really tell that Alex cared about Hannah the most and that he really likes Clay as a character. The pool scene with Alex in this series really shocked me. It wasn't anything I was expecting, and I hope that if there is a season 2, this issue with Alex is addressed for sure. I also wanted to talk about Zach. His character didn't really change that much from the book. He was an okay character to me. He made mistakes with Hannah just like everyone else. Zach did get on my nerves at one point. Justin was reaching out to Zach through texts at one point during one episode. I thought it was awful for Zach to ignore Justin like that, especially if he really needed him. I know that Zach was looking after his sister and all, but I think it was rude and really mean for Zach to ignore Justin when he really needed someone to talk to. This made my opinion of Zach changed, and I really don't know what to think about him now. I don't really think he's a nice guy because of what he did to Justin, so the character of Zach is definitely on my shit list. I feel that I enjoyed the journeys of the other characters, especially Jessica's journey in this adaptation. You can definitely see at some point Jessica remembers what happened to her and her behavior becomes erratic. You can definitely tell that she knows about the rape. I think she's an incredibly strong character, and I'd like to see more of her development if there is a season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. The ending of season 1 was fantastic. There were a lot of open ends to this season 1, so I really hope there's a season 2. I want one so badly. I really liked the character depositions near the end of the season, and I really liked that Tyler was the first character to reveal the fact that there is tapes that Hannah left. I think it's an important piece for the adults in the series to know, and I'm wondering if there is going to be a season 2. I desperately want to see a trial. I also liked the fact that Jessica told someone about the rape, and I'm curious to see more development in her story if there is a second season. I'm also curious as to how Hannah's parents will react to the tapes now that Tony finally decided to give Hannah's parents the tapes. I'm wondering what they'll think of the tapes. I think it's really important that Hannah's parents finally know what happened to her. I'm also curious to see what will happen with Alex now. It's told that Alex shot himself in the head and is recovering at the hospital, but I'm not sure if he actually shot himself in the head or if Tyler shot Alex, since it's shown earlier that Tyler is taking out of bullets and gun, and maybe he is the person who went after Alex. I'm also wondering if Tyler is choosing to go after everyone in the group and Alex is just his first target, and what else is going on with Tyler. I don't know what to think of him. Now that Tony has given the Bakers the tapes, I'm wondering how they'll move forward with this new information about Hannah and what will happen in the lives of all of the characters. This was a terrific adaptation and I really enjoyed it. A lot more than the book. I am dying for a season 2, like right now. The last thing I want to mention is Clay and Sky. Sky used to be a friend of Clay's. I'm glad that Clay reached out to Sky in this adaptation. I'm curious to see how that friendship or new relationship will move forward. Those are all of my thoughts on the Netflix adaptation of 13 Reasons Why. Comment down below and tell me your thoughts on this adaptation. Did you read the book before watching this adaptation, or are you only seeing this story for the first time? Let me know that and your thoughts down below. I'd love to talk about this series. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!